Yo,
What's
Yo, what's
up?
going
What's
what's going
up?
on?
on,
What's up, man? How y'all doing, bro?
Doing
bro?
good.
All
I am
right.
The
fired
man, the
up.
myth, the legend.
Mr. Omar Zamora, bro, I'm telling you, like I've said this before we started recording, but your energy is just electric, bro. Like I'm so fired
Seriously.
up for this, bro. Like
Hey, man.
there's so much joy that I have in my heart right now to film this video. I'm almost like fanning out. This is
Yeah.
this is the goal right here.
Hey,
Uh,
that's
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah.
bro. Because just like I was telling you guys before, just a couple minutes ago, like I'm excited to be here, bro. Like I'm happy to be in the same room. Obviously, not really, but I'm excited to be sharing this time with you guys, bro. It's a
That's
blessing.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
absolutely. I know I mean, most people know you as a barber, right? But I
Yeah.
want to start it off by saying this is the Four-Eyed Geek legend right here. If any of you don't know, I have to say it, bro, because
That's
I'm telling
right.
you,
Yeah.
this guy, I looked up to this guy. Like this,
Yeah.
I kid you not. This is how real it is. I started buying snapbacks because I saw you have a turquoise blue grizzly hat
Yes,
in a
sir.
video.
Oh,
I'm
shoot.
like, yo, that hat looks so cool, bro. He's a cool guy. And I started wearing snapbacks. I'm like, yo,
Oh
this is that
man.
guy. You still have that hat?
I'm probably at my parents somewhere,
Oh, you
bro.
gotta frame it. You gotta
Yeah.
put it in like a glass
Gotta
box or
frame it.
No,
something. It's
dude.
legendary.
Dude, that's funny because you guys know Angel
Yeah,
Andrade.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's also working with us now, and we have like the four geek videos. They're all like on private right now. Obviously,
Oh,
Liobe was
Gotta get
saying
those
some
sent
we
over,
pretty
need
right?
those. We need those.
yeah, Liobe was saying some pretty vulgar stuff on there. We're not trying to get my boy fired from Felsman Elementary.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
We need those private over here.
yeah, but I just remember Angel was looking at him, bro, and Angel's like singing like bar for bar, and he's like, "Bro, the hat."
Oh, yeah.
I'm
That's
like,
so
"Oh,
cool,
dude,
man.
yeah, bro,
That's
crazy
Yeah.
times, bro."
I was because we were just talking when I was younger, I used to have long, long hair, and I like you said, like I told my aunt, I was like, I don't want nobody but the four-eyed geeks touching my hair. Like I want them to cut my hair. So it was cool though to because I mean I knew you as like, like an artist, right? Not even just like a music artist, just like creativity. Like what you
Yeah.
guys did was really cool, but it was also cool you kind of took that creativity and like turned it into like a profession and like your job because it truly like being a barber is truly really creative. Like
Oh yeah, man.
when did you start like cutting hair? Like what was that like for you?
So my oldest brother, I have two brothers. I have Leo, and then I have my oldest brother Martin. He's 8 years older than me, and he was actually going to barber school. And just like any little brother, bro, I used to think my brother was like the coolest. I still do to this day, but like I wanted to dress like him, I wanted to talk like him, everything. So he started cutting hair, and he actually went to barber school with Tank, right? Like the OG in town, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he was going. I remember they used to go to barber school together. I'm like, bro, they're so fucking cool, bro. And then he actually ended up having to drop out because he ended up getting his girl pregnant at the time. He was like 18. So he's just like, yeah, I'm not doing this no more. So I was like, yo, can I have all your stuff? And he's like, yeah. And I just remember, bro, I was like, probably like in middle school. And ever since middle school, I was just like, yeah, like I'm gonna be a barber, bro. Like I don't care what nobody tells me, like I'm gonna be a barber. And then ever since then, like I remember I had like honors classes and stuff, and they make us present like what we're gonna be, and people would be like, "Oh, I want to be an engineer. I want to be this," and I'm like, "Bro, that's all awesome." But like, I used to present a barber, and they'd be like, "Look at this motherfucker," you know? I'm like, nah, bro, like that's what I want, bro. I just wanted it so bad, and then I'm glad I was able to get there, you know?
That's
Man,
awesome, bro.
Yeah,
that's
man.
really cool. And so in like around how old were you when you started? Do you remember?
Yeah, bro. I was actually like, I want to say I was like 15 years old when I started, but like that's not really like when I say I've been cutting hair since I'm 15, people think I'm like already like slanging out phase. Like, no, I want to say I started when I was 15, like just edging up the homies like every other week or something. But yeah, by like I think it was like 16 years old, bro. Like for Christmas, all my family got me like clippers or scissors for Christmas, right? And I just remember I was like, damn, bro, they believe in me more than I do, because I was low key kind of like, if it happens, it happens. And then I remember that day I just kind of made a promise to myself that I was like, bro, every single day I'm gonna do one haircut. Even if I have to beg somebody, like they're all gonna be free, obviously. Nobody wants a haircut.
Dang.
Bro, I did so many bad haircuts. I asked Adrian, bro. I have a video on YouTube, terrible, bro. I like he was bleeding. But I just remember I told myself that I was like every single day, and then eventually like the two, one turned to two, two turned to three, and then I was like, all right. Then by the time I was like 17, I was like, all right, I got people lined up out the door. Like I'm
Yeah.
getting comfortable with.
It's amazing. It sounds like you're implementing the slight edge even at that age, you
Yeah,
know?
bro. You didn't even know. You know what I mean? Sometimes
Seriously,
you got
this
to read
man's
it
been
to be like,
this
oh,
man's
this
been
is
on
that.
it since then. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, little do we know the slight edge was written based off Omar's life. That man
that's
started the
so
trend,
crazy,
bro.
bro. Yeah,
For real,
Man,
that's amazing.
yeah,
So,
but
my
so
God.
kind of walk us on like, so you started cutting, a person a day. You were very determined to kind of get
yeah,
heads through, I guess you could say, right? Reps in, you could say
yeah.
another way. So, what is it that really made you? Because I know you wanted to be a barber already. So, how exactly did you begin like the actual certification or the licenses? Like, how long did it take from when you started to when you said, "Hey, I'm gonna go out full cylinders," getting into a shop and things like that? Like, walk us through that.
Yeah, I remember that I started cutting hair like a little bit, maybe like a year before Omar Hernandez. I don't know if you know who that is. He's the other barber in town. And I just remember like we would always talk about it. And I was literally like cutting his hair, like I was his barber, right?
Mhm.
And then one day he's just like, "Yo, I'm in barber school." And I'm like, "What? Like, how are you in barber? Like I'm not even, I haven't even thought about that." And he's like, "Bro, you just got to do it." And I was just like, "Yeah, bro, like why am I sitting here camping?" So then he kind of put me through like the thing. So at the time there was like this grant where if you were still like actively going to high school, but wanted to pursue that, it's technically like an AS, the government would pay for like pretty much financial, it would cover all your school. The only thing
Wow.
you had to cover was like $500 out of pocket to like pay your equipment. So then Omar Hernandez actually helped me sign up. And then after that, I started like carpooling with him. And then with Eric Luna, we would carpool to Fort Pierce together. But basically, I just signed up. I had my parents sign me up, bro. And then it's like whenever you're going to school, it used to be 1,200 hours. It might be 900 hours now, right? And it's like you have to do like a certain amount of textbook work and pass a certain amount of like test every week. And then also there's like, yo, you have to do so many perms, so many women's haircuts, so many men's haircuts, so many shaves before you go. But if I'm being completely honest with you, bro, the school I went to was like they did not care, bro. They were just like, bro, just clock in, clock out. Like, bro, there was people like smoking weed outside. Like it was
Just get
just,
the hours in. Just
yeah,
put
I
that
was
on.
just there. Like honestly, when I went to school, bro, I was so blessed because it was like a group of like maybe eight of us, and all those eight barbers are like really good barbers to this day. Like I would say like top 10 in like a 50-mile radius. Like,
Wow.
and we all went to school together. So it was so cool because it was like this guy's teaching me designs. I might teach him how to do scissor work. This guy's teaching me how to do fades. You get what I mean? We all kind of help each other grow. And also like on a competitive edge, it was kind of like, I'm trying to be sharper.
Yeah.
Like
That's huge.
I remember with Eric Luna, we used to be like, we used to come back to school like on Monday and like, yo, how many heads did you do yesterday? I did 14. I'd be like, damn, I only did 12. Like, I got you next week though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
kind of just used that to like help us get better, bro. So it was just a really cool aspect. But yeah, like the school was just 1,200 hours. You can go at night. Like, I think it's like 4 hours a night. But if you go in the mornings, it's 8 hours. So it really depends like on your schedule. If you're going to high school, it's going to take you a little longer. I happen to like graduate and then I think like 4 months later I finished because I started going day and night just trying to knock it out quick, you know?
Really
Yeah.
cool. I do want to highlight two things, bro. I think that a lot of people can take such huge value from what you said. The first thing is you met Omar, and he's the one who introduced you to barber school, right?
Yeah.
So you met that one person that could potentially change your life to
Yep.
become a
Yep.
licensed barber, right? That's one, right? The other thing that you said, and it's huge, is you were around eight of the top 10 barbers you said in a 50-mile radius. And I think my brother and I, we really highlight the fact that it's really important who you surround yourself around, if
Yep.
that
Yep.
made any sense. But
Hmm.
it goes such a long way, and it clearly shows with your success, right? From the very beginning, you were just very interested. You instilled the slight edge, right? From
Yep.
there, you met the right person, got into you continuously became more intentional with your learning,
Yep.
surrounded yourself around the right people, and it clearly shows from where you're at now, you know?
Yep.
So
Yep. Yeah, no, man, you're right, bro. And it's like it's those types of things. That's why I kind of like to read those books too, because sometimes when you read the books, it's like it's knowledge that you already know and you've already applied, but you didn't even know that that's why you were doing it. So
mhm,
when you read it, you're like, oh wow, like that's why that worked. So that's
mhm.
why I should like keep doing this or keep putting myself around people that are gonna keep trying to like make me better and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you a lot of confirmation for what you're already doing. It gives you like that reassurance that you're on the right path.
Yep.
And
Yep.
honestly, that's one of the biggest things that I like to do on this like kind of small channel that we have is like talking because me and my brother are very like enthusiastic about like success and business and different avenues. And a lot of people like to tune out when we talk about things like that. But what I like to express is that it's applicable in a lot of areas. Like it doesn't matter
Definitely.
what you do. It's like you are showing exactly what it looks like to have a burning desire to succeed in an industry, to have the consistency. You just talked about it. You sucked in the beginning. Most people suck in the beginning of everything that they do, but through the small, consistent effort, eventually they just keep getting better and better, and to where you're at now. Like, so I wanted to first off give you your flowers for what you've done and what you've created, because it's not easy. Like people think like you're like someone can think in the journey like, oh yeah, I mean, I cut hair, but what you've accomplished is very, very impressive. Because like there's so many people that are not where you're at but want to be, but because of the lack of desire, the lack of work ethic, the lack of quitting, giving up, whatever it is, they never made it to where you're at now. So if someone's watching this is in the barbershop industry, is wanting to learn, wanting to get into the industry, what do you think was your slight edge? What do you think was your advantage point that got you to where you're at today and that most people don't?
I think it's like it's something that I got from my mom, and my mom is like super empathetic. My mom just like cares a lot, like overly cares. Like my mom's like she'll see somebody on the side of the street and just start crying. She's like, pobrecito, ir anda en bicicleta. Or, you know what I mean? Like my mom just
Yeah.
cares a lot, but like it taught me to just care a lot for people. So whenever like I remember when I was in the barber shop, we were super busy, bro. Like we're turning heads like every 30 minutes because we're trying to get everybody out. We got 6 barbers. And I remember that I was just like, oh, hold on. Like I own this barber shop. So let me slow it down so like my guys can eat a little bit more because like they're gonna pay me rent regardless. I want them to make more money. You get what I mean? And then when I slowed it down, I also like kind of like a regular client that would just sit in the chair and like normally people like I'm talking about regular people, like let's say like a janitor, right? He would come in the chair, usually sit down, ask for like, let me get a two with the skin fade, and then they just get him out the chair, wouldn't say nothing to him, right? I would be like, yo, what's up, bro? Like, what's your name? Oh, cool, cool. What do you do for a living, bro? Cool. And then I would just like care, bro. I would do little stuff that I was just like, all right, bro. Normally, people don't ask him if he wants like a C cups or faded out. Like I'm just gonna ask those little questions that barbers never ask me. So I'd be like, hey, bro, you like this? And he's like, oh, shit, like nobody's ever asked me that. And then I just started spending a little bit more time with people. And I don't even want to say that like it was like skill because I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. When I was working at that shop, I know like probably like 3 or 4 of those guys that were like way better than me. But then for some reason, I was kind of still staying like a little busier at the time. And I was like, whoa. And then I kind of started paying attention. I was like, oh, it's just because I care, bro. Like it's kind of
Man.
like the difference between like whenever you go to like Walmart and you ask somebody like, hey bro, where can I find this, and they're like, that's not my department. And whenever you go to Publix and they're like, you're like, hey man, where can I find this soy sauce, and they're like in the meat department, they're like, come follow me
Mhm.
here, it's right here, is there anything else I can help you with? Like that kind of goes a long way, and it's like, bro, I don't mind paying extra $4 or $5 because this dude actually cares, you know what I mean?
Dude, that's huge, man.
Yeah, so that was kind of like my niche. And then even though I was taking like a little longer than people, I just kind of caught on a little bit early. And then I was just like, oh, that's who I am. Like I'm not gonna try to force being like quick or something. Everybody has their niche. Don't get me wrong. I know barbers that are quick that make way more money than me, or I know barbers that are like way more talented than me that also make money. But I just kind of found my lane and then I just kind of stuck with it.
Dude, that's amazing.
Amazing.
Like, and again, it ties to everything. It's like you need to stack all the chips in your favor. Like, what's your competitive edge? Like, how are you? Because the marketplace is really busy in every arena and industry. Like, there's a lot of barbers out there, but there's barbers that are coming back to you because of the little things that you do that make a
Mhm.
difference. Like, little things. Like, even when you said go into Walmart, like I was thinking when you go into Walmart and someone acknowledges you, like, hey, how you
Yeah,
doing? Like, as you're walking in, that's like I've heard one thing, and I told this to Alana, it's like half of the world is waiting for the other half to say hello. And in
that's
this
it.
world, it's like we've gotten to a point where social media has gotten us like almost like antisocial. Like we're afraid to talk to people. We're afraid I talk to everybody, and it's cool to like have conversations with people, and you just feel a cool connection with people, like how you said. But um, you said something that I might not be aware of. So did you go from cutting hair to now owning your own place and renting out is that kind of where you're at now? Like what talk to me about
No,
that or what does that
yeah.
look like?
So currently I'm actually renting out a chair, but so I got my license when I was like 18. And then that shop that Omar owns right now, some dude used to own it. And I worked there for like 2 weeks while I was finishing opening up a barbershop with one of like my good friends from back in the day. So me and him opened up a barbershop together. And then we ran that barbershop for about like I want to say like 5 or 6 years. And then at that time, I had like recently got married, and then he was thinking about kind of venturing out and like opening up his own spot. And I was kind of stuck in the middle, like, do I want to own? Do I want to? Because at that time, bro, it was such a different grind. Like right now, everybody knows appointments, right? But do you guys remember the walk-in days, bro?
Yeah.
Big
Bro,
time.
that was such a stressful time, bro. It was like I used to get to a barber shop. We open at 11, and we used to charge $12 for a haircut, first of all, right? And
Crazy.
I used to charge people 15 to get in before hours. So like I would get to a barbershop at 9. Before it's even 11, like I would look out the window, and I'm not even lying, bro. There was like 10 people waiting outside already. And then it was like we would have to deal with all that. We closed the barbershop at 6, and like at 5:45, we get a wave of like 20 other people, right? And like, bro, I'm
Wow.
recently married. I'm trying to spend time with my wife. I'm trying to figure out if I need a house or not. So at the time, I actually ended up like selling him like my half of the business. And then I want to go work for him. And then that's kind of like where I kind of like, I was like, all right, bro. Then I kind of had to restructure my business. Like, I was like, all right, bro, like, let me figure this out because I'm not trying to be here for 24 hours a day anymore. Like, I got a wife at home and now I have my daughter. You know what I mean? So that's
Congrats,
kind
by
of
the way.
yeah, yeah. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
Congrats, man.
And
Congrats.
so I just kind of had to like restructure it. And then even then, like I've kind of been in the crossroads where like
Mm.
sometimes I'm like, yo, I really, really want to own. And it's weird because it's like I got like the funds and stuff to like open up a barbershop, but then I think about like, do I really want to like manage like how I used to? So and then it's like it's just kind of like that mixture. But I heard something the other day. I actually read this in a book. It was it said something about how like they did this study on people where like they put two people together, right? And they asked one person to hold $10, right? And they had to offer to the other person like how much money like will you take? And then that person can either say yes or no. So obviously some people would be like, hey man, I'll give you five. And people were like, yeah, that's fair. I'll take five. But sometimes they'd be like, yo, I'll give you one. And they're like, no. So then he doesn't get any money. But it's like, wouldn't you rather at least get the one? It's still more than you wouldn't. So
Yeah.
sometimes that's why like even like I think about them like even though I'd like to own and do all this and like have more ownership, I was like, I think right now, just like with my daughter being so young, like I don't have to have that ownership. I just gotta like enjoy her right now because that's one thing that's like so important to me is just like family, bro. Like
100%.
you know what I mean? Like
Amazing.
I know the finance and like all the other stuff. Like as long as I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm gonna get there. But like these moments even right now, like getting my daughter ready for bed, like being able to do that, can't put a price on that, bro.
At all. At
Absolutely.
all. We're not there yet. See Dios one day,
Yeah,
pero I
you just gotta
bet.
keep practicing. No, I'm just playing, bro.
No, hey, bro, seriously though, like I tell Adan this all the time. Like, my purpose of life is like to have kids, man. Like, I
Yeah,
told Adan, like, if I was financially like good and like, when I get to that point, like I wanted to have kids since I was 18. And I know it sounds crazy, but I've always been like that. Like there's a niño, like I just like I can't imagine that freaking feeling of having a mini you, bro. Like,
yeah,
and truly like whatever you do in life, bro, you made it, bro. You
yeah.
congrats, bro. Like
I
that's so
appreciate that.
beautiful, bro. Truly, that's
Yeah, yeah,
amazing.
yeah. I
Amazing.
appreciate that, bro. It's such a blessing, bro. So like I said, bro, just they be stressing you out, they be giving you gray hairs and stuff, but but you gotta love it, bro. Like I'm sure your
Yeah.
parents like it's so crazy to think about it. That's like one thing that kind of helps me cope with like negative people or people that aren't so
Mhm.
pleasant to be around with. Like I'll look at them and I'm like, your mom gotta love you, bro. Like like I just think of people like if they were babies, but I can even imagine like your mom with you guys, like when y'all were kids, like bro, how happy and how blessed she is to
Yeah,
have with you guys. Like, come on, bro.
for sure.
You'll get there, bro. You just gotta keep praying on it, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Something that I do also want to mention is like you can definitely tell like through your journey as a barber, not only are you a successful barber and you've done like things from when you first started, but like you can clearly show how you stand out, right? And what I mean by that is like what you said with each client, right? You spend the time with them, you care about what they have going on, what do they do, their name, everything, but also just like the reading you do, your growth, your personal development and everything. And I think at the end of the day, it's like that's what Adrian and I have also fell in love with. And clearly you are a person that we look up to see like you have your daughter, your wife and everything, and you're starting to you're applying everything you've learned to the man you are today, if that makes sense, and
Yeah.
that's something that I definitely like I want to highlight in this video because it goes a long way for sure.
Yeah. How did
Positivity, things like
yeah,
that, it just goes such a long way, man. You're
yeah,
like Adrian said, great energy, right?
yeah.
Having
No, bro, and on that note, I kind of want to highlight something because like you know how like I bring back like the highs and lows, right? It's
Mhm.
um like I don't know if you guys have ever heard like my dad's kind of story or whatever. Like my dad, he can't work anymore. He was disabled like since I was like in second grade. And I just like I take so much inspiration from like my dad. Like, bro, my dad literally went from like making really good money, about to start building a house like on a double lot. Like he finished paying off his trailer. That was about to become like an asset. He was working on his next step. And then he got into this like really bad accident. And then like for like a year, bro, he basically spent every day in the hospital. My dad went in the hospital weighing like 220, came out weighing like 100 pounds, bro. It was crazy.
Wow.
And like just seeing my dad even adapt from like going from like the working my mom being a stay at home to now my dad's a stay at home. It was like so weird, you know what I mean? But then it also just made me see like make me remember that like bro, like not like you can't you got to take everything like you got to appreciate everything that you have. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And on that note too, it's like that's why I say like highs and lows, bro. Like you guys see me like this right now, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like maybe like 5, 6 years ago, it could have been the complete opposite. You know what I mean? And sometimes when it's like the complete opposite, people like to hide, like not go out, you shut off. But that's why like people like you, both of you guys are so important, bro, because like sometimes like you just need that one homie or that one person to check in. Like you guys say, you conversate with everybody, right? So you just need that one person to start talking to you, and then you're like, hold up, bro, like I gotta find that light again. And then you keep pushing, and then you get here. You know what I mean? Like not everything is just always like smile, smile, smile. But again, you got to go through those to be able to appreciate these. I don't
That's
know if
right.
that makes any sense.
A
No,
100%.
that's
But
right.
one thing that I want to share as far as my philosophy, maybe it, helps benefit the way that you live life. Yes, there's highs and lows, but the lows not necessarily get easier, but you get stronger so they don't feel as hard. 'Cause like, yeah, you're going up and then you're gonna get those lows. But as you're going up, you're educating yourself, like personal development, you're growing as a person. So when those lows come, they're not gonna feel as bad as the previous lows because you're getting stronger as a human. So
Wow,
like I agree there's highs and lows, but I can promise you I don't think you're gonna get to a point where you're like I think you're like you can just tell by the energy you have a good positive because the way you view the world is the way your life is gonna be. Like your perspective is everything.
it's
So
that pair. Yeah,
the
that
way
paradigm
that you
shift.
start to view things, if you keep educating yourself and just keep growing in the positive light that you're doing, life is gonna get easier. Not because it's getting easier, but you're getting stronger, so it feels easier.
Yeah, but it's
So
so crazy that you say that because like maybe like 2 years ago, bro, my wife was pregnant. We are gonna have a second child, and unfortunately, we lost the baby like at 5 months. And I remember like couple obviously like you're devastated. That's the first thing that happens, right? And then like a week later, I just remember like sitting there having a conversation with my barber, and I was just like, bro, I almost feel guilty that I don't like I'm not as down as I was over like a previous situation whenever I was going through my lows. And he said something, he's like, bro, you had to go, maybe God sent you that low so you could mentally prepare yourself and build that armor up. So when you got to this point, you didn't crash. And I was like, whoa.
Wow.
And it's kind of like exactly what you just said, bro. Like once you prepare yourself, like, like personal development, I think like the most important thing is your relationship with God, bro. Like
absolutely.
you really have a good relationship with God. You understand that you can't control things. You can just control like the way that you view things. And again, like you had to like almost like when I was in my lows, bro, because I was in my lows for like 4 years. I was like going through it. And like after I got out of it, like I said, now at first I was like, why am I so dumb? Why did I wait so long to try to get myself out of it? But now I'm like, bro, I was literally just stacking my bricks. Like while I was going through, I'm just stacking my bricks. And now that I'm here, now, bro, it's like I have like my brother, I have really good friends, bro, that now I kind of see them going through lows. And I'm kind of like doing what you guys almost did to me. Like I'm throwing the lasso, like, bro, let me help you get out of this real quick. I'm gonna give you a little jump start. You know what I mean? So
That's
it
amazing,
definitely
bro.
helps, bro.
Yeah,
What life's is about, man.
Yeah.
Just learning from your mistakes and trying to help as many people as possible. As you know, small town in, Fellsmere, VLE, I think it's very easy not to do that, right?
Mhm.
It's very easy to just keep things to yourself and really not help and share with people. And I think that one of our goals with this, with our YouTube video and everything, and just bringing people on like yourself, it shows that it's very important, right? Of course, also our Mexican culture is very different,
Yeah,
but I think
sure.
it's still okay to do this stuff, right? It's like, wow, dude, I'm having an amazing time, bro. Like, I appreciate everything that you're sharing, right?
Thank
I've
you.
learned so much about you. You're such a great person. And it's like, I wouldn't have known that if I didn't say, hey, Omar, let's do this, this
Yeah.
pod. And
Yeah.
a lot of people, same thing, right?
Yeah,
So
there's so
people are
many
starting
amazing
to
people out there. Yeah.
easily open up and realize that it's okay to be low. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not be perfect. Like, nobody is just perfect
Yeah.
tomorrow in a day, right?
Yeah.
It takes it's a struggle, it's a grind, and it'll all be worth it at the end. So
Yeah.
I'm very glad. I'm very glad we brought you on, bro. I'm very,
Yeah.
very happy with with
Hey,
this.
on that note, can I ask I mean, both of you guys a question? Like, what do you personally do? Like say you have a day where you're like, damn, dude, I was off today. Like maybe I didn't react the right way with like a coworker, with your girl, or with your parents, or whatever. Like, or you just feel like you're like, damn, my energy was not where I needed it, or I might be hitting low. Like, what do you guys personally do? Like, whenever you hit those, like, how do you get out of those?
I'll go ahead and go first. So there was a day, bro, where I start cussing a lot. There's
Hmm.
days where I have a bad, I think you typically I'll call my brother, I'll call my parents or a Dallas.
Hmm.
Este, I pretty much just open up. I think that's number one.
Yeah.
It's realizing what happened throughout my day.
Yeah.
Where did it go wrong?
Yeah.
Where did I let my emotions just take over? Right. So
Yeah.
that's number one, is trying to step out of the box and
Yeah.
look in and be like, yo, was it because this person said something? Was it because I woke up late and I messed up my day? Was it because I'm over here getting mad at the traffic? Whatever the case is, you always want to you want to communicate it and assess the situation. Like, why did I feel that way? Right.
Yeah.
A lot of the times I will say I don't do it on my own.
Uh-huh.
Again, I call my brother, I call my parents, or I talk to Dow, and it's almost as if I let them tell me like, "Hey, what do you think? Like, this is where I'm at. What do you think? Like, do you think
Yeah.
I'm overreacting? Do you think how should I go about this?" Right? I ask for help
Yeah.
is kind of where I'm going with this, along with just focusing on what is it that I did wrong that day that made me feel that type of way.
Hmm.
One
Yeah. No,
thing, sorry, go ahead.
no, I said that's awesome, bro. Like just being aware, like even
Self-aware.
yeah, sometimes like when you're sharing it, as you're sharing it, I feel like what you're trying to say is like you're like, damn, I kind of know where I went wrong now. I just had it like almost like journal it out first. You know what I mean?
Self-aware.
Yeah.
For me, that's probably the word, like in short. So just being self-aware with what
Yeah.
exactly happened throughout my day.
Yep. Exactly, man. No, that's awesome, bro.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's true. Being a self-aware. One thing that changed my life was a audiobook. Do you know who Tony Robbins is?
I feel like I've heard author.
He's actually like a motivational speaker.
Tony.
Bro, he's changed my life. There's an audiobook I recommend you so like bro, you're gonna love it. Like you're gonna freaking love it. If you love Slight Edge, you're gonna die for this book or
Okay.
audiobook. It's called Unleash the Power Within, and it's
Okay.
by Tony Robbins. That book changed the game. He talks about your sociology. He says we can control our emotions based on the way that we move and speak. So whenever you feel like any type of way like that, I don't know if you've ever seen me say that in my videos, but I'll look at my board and I'll read exactly what I have written. says, I'm a winner, I'm a champion, I'm an overcomer, I'm an overachiever. I do hard things. I
Yes,
love
sir.
myself. God loves me. I'm strong, bold, told, and sold. I'm a leader. I have great habits. I'm a people person. I love people. People love talking to me. I have a magnetic personality. I'm kind and considerate. Everything I touch turns to gold. I'm grateful. I'm solution oriented. I'm a role model. And I'm blessed exceedingly and abundantly. And I only attract great things into my life. So I
Yes.
say that every time, and you got to move your body with it. It's like it's a connection from your body to your mind. Like it sounds so silly and you feel so weird and awkward, but eventually you get over it to the point where you start to feel good. Like
Yeah,
like I get bad days and I'm in the car with Alan sometimes if I go visit him and I'm like, all right, like we're going out. I'm in the car, I sit down. I look like a crazy person. I don't care. I'm like, I'm a freaking champion. I'm 10 feet tall. I'm bulletproof, baby. I do this. I make mistakes and I get up and I'm like hyping myself up. Like I'm talking like moving my body, yelling and like putting my whole like body into it. And eventually your mind feels it. And then
you
it's like,
started.
boom, game
I'm
over.
him. I'm him.
Yeah, it's game over. I don't care what happened 5 minutes later. I don't care what happened. I don't care if I messed up. I don't care if somebody yelled at me. I say, if someone cuts me off in traffic and I'm like about to like start freaking cussing, I'm like, yo, I hope you get to your place safely, bro.
Yes,
You
sir.
drive
Yeah.
safely. You get there. I know you're in a hurry. There's probably something going on. God, please get that man there safely. I'm fired up.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Let's
You're like, you
go.
can't tear me down right
You
now.
can't like you
Big
can't
time.
change that. Like if you picture yourself, if you look at me and I'm sitting down slouched like this and I'm like this, that energy
It
is like
just
this
rubs
guy's
off.
sad. Like
Yeah.
if you're in your room, lights out, staring in the ceiling, playing Marvin's Room by Drake, you better believe you but gonna be crying and being
Oh yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
But if you're in the room,
That's
like,
it,
I'm
Marvin's
fired
room.
up, let's go. Like, I'm him, I'm
Yeah,
that
big time.
guy.
Yeah.
Like, talk your, like, move your whole body. Your sociology needs to be in sync with the
Wow.
emotion. And he talks about it like it's just so real. Like, he
Wow.
breaks down exactly how to handle your life. And it had changed my entire life. So
Yeah.
please listen to that. So if
Yeah,
you're
no, 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 for
feeling
sure,
that
bro.
way, bro, you turn it around. Like you ignore whatever it is. Like I'm telling you, sometimes I'm upset and I tell Adana like he's upset and he says something like, bro, like I'm so angry. I say, no, you're not. You're fired up. You're excited. You're happy. Like, don't speak that. Like, don't speak that. You're
Yeah.
amazing. He's like, you're right. You're right. I'm fired up. Quién sabe qué tanto. And we just like move our body and it eventually just it
Yeah.
clicks, bro.
Bro, I'm so happy that you guys have each other too, bro. Because I mean, y'all just remind me like me and Liobe because like both the things that you guys just said are just like so just gems that like again, sometimes you just gotta like hear them and be like, oh, bro, that's like those both work for me. Because I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I'm having a bad day, I already know exactly what Lioba's gonna tell me. And like, but sometimes just hearing his voice and hearing him like care enough to understand about my day. I literally, bro, me and Lioba FaceTime each other like 5 times a day, bro. You know?
Awesome.
And I'll do exactly like what Adan said, bro. Like, you know, I'll just share it either with him or with my wife Nelly, bro. And then it just like I'm like, okay, bro, like I kind of got it out, self-awareness, and it feels good. And then also like what you said, bro. Recently, one thing that I've been doing is like I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think everybody deals with anxiety, right? I'm pretty sure everybody has like your moments, but like I have times, bro, when I'm cutting hair and I'm like, bro, I don't care what nobody tells me. Like I'm top five. Like I'm him, bro. Like I'm like
Hell
nobody can touch me, right?
Yeah.
Somebody sits in my chair, the hair is laying perfect. Like nobody could tell me nothing. But then I also have moments where like somebody sits in my hair and I'm like, bro, I can't even comb through this dude's hair. My clipper might be dying. Like the AC's not like it's starting to feel kind of hot in there. And then I'm like, bro, what how do I even put this guideline in? Like, what if I mess this dude up? And it's like kind of like on some reverse psychology, like you're doing the same thing but backwards. You're already like setting yourself up for failure. So
Yeah.
sometimes, bro, like
Big
I
time.
think the hardest time to do that is like when you're in the trenches, like your anxiety is hitting. But me and my wife have been doing this thing, bro. It's almost like you know how people are doing 75-day hard. Me and
Mm.
my wife came up with like these 50 days. We call it like 50 faith, right? And like every day we're doing certain things. Like we're trying to read the Bible every night, pray together as a family. We got to work out 4 times a week. We got to read 10 pages a day. But one thing that like has really changed my life, bro, is like the positive affirmations. Like bro, it sounds so corny, but I'll be
I know it.
like I'll because bro, I'm not gonna lie, like a year ago, I'd be like, damn, bro, ya me miro viejo, ya me están saliendo las canas, I'm out of shape. And now I'm like, fuck no. I was like, bro, look at you, bro. You've been going to the gym for a year. Like, shit's starting to show. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm younger. I'm as young as I'll ever be. And I'm like, bro, these skydivers right here, this is wisdom, bro.
Yeah.
And like
Bro,
Hell
it's
like
cool, bro.
yeah, just little things like that. And then even like so then I'll do it to me and then I'll do it to my wife. I'm like, you're so beautiful. I'm so proud of you for working out. Like, thank you for being the best mother you could be. Thank you for being the best wife. And then just
Hey.
hearing those things, bro, at first, like they're kind of forced, but then after a while, you're like, nah, hold up, bro. I really feel this, you know? And it's
Yeah.
so crazy. Like you said, like your brain really starts to believe all that, bro. So
You know, it reminds me last thing I know, I don't want to hug it, but it just everything you're saying is it's clicking with me because there's a book that I read. It's called Outwitting the Devil. And
okay.
the devil doesn't want you to be happy, or we'll use evil, right?
Yeah.
We don't want to give any power to that. We'll give evil. If
Yeah.
evil doesn't want you to be happy, so what does it do? It sends these random thoughts into your mind. Oh, I'm not good enough. I can't cut this guy's hair. The AC is making me feel all hot. Like
Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
these little thoughts. And I realized like these thoughts aren't yours. Like they're
Mhm.
not yours. He's sending them to you because he knows you're happy and he's trying to break you out of it. He's trying to like get you to be like, it's a bad day, like all of this negative, so you can feed into that and get away from the good. And one
Yeah.
thing that I realized is like if you have a robber coming into your house and he tries to break in and you're not gonna say, oh yeah, like have a seat in my couch, like I'll bring you a coffee. No, you're gonna say you get out of here. So
Yeah.
that's how I do when I talk to
Don't
myself.
even give
You
them
say
no room.
absolutely not. I'm not nervous. I'm the best barber there is. I'm not scared
Yeah.
of coming. Like you block those thoughts and you say, nope, like that's not this. This is not the game. And
Yep.
eventually he's gonna stop sending those thoughts because you block them every. It's like if I said this example before. If I say, Omar, you're dumb, and you say nothing, and then second time I say, Omar, you're dumb, Omar, you're dumb, every day, and you don't say nothing,
Eventually, like,
eventually you're gonna believe it. But if
yep.
you keep telling me, no, I'm not, I'm smart, no, I'm not, I'm smart, eventually I'm gonna stop telling you you're dumb because you clearly don't believe it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this guy doesn't believe it. So the same thing with the thoughts. It's like you gotta, nah, like don't let those things kind of get in there. So it's
Yep.
cool to have an accountability partner like your brother. He sounds,
Oh,
your
dude.
family, it sounds amazing. Your
Yeah,
wife,
bro.
you said
Yeah, my daughter,
your
bro. My
daughter, your
wife.
brother, your parents, like,
Leo
bro,
is
it's
that's my
awesome.
dog, bro. Leo is like I can't even put it into words, bro. Like I would give everything I had to that man, bro. He's just obviously everybody in my life. I love everybody. It's just when I was a kid, bro, I was just travieso, you know. I wouldn't even say bad. That's actually another thing. Like you're talking about when people tell you certain things. I hate when people tell kids like, "Oh, bro, that kid's bad," because like my mom would tell me that. Obviously, not in a bad way, but then my grandma, my dad. So then eventually, it's like, well, fuck it. Like I'm the bad kid, might as well be bad. You know what I mean?
It's true.
But
What
but
you
Liobe
speak
was
into
the
people
one. Yeah,
matters, bro. It's
exactly, bro. But
crazy.
Liobe was the one where like somewhere along the line, bro, just like I remember one time, bro, I fought this kid and I was getting my ass whooped, bro, like low key, you know. And Liobe pulled up, right? And I was like, hell yeah, like Liobe got my back, like we're gonna whoop this dude's ass, right? And Liobe's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, what? He's like, go home, bro. And he told the other guy, he's like, hey, leave him alone, bro. I'm taking his ass home. He's in trouble. And I'm like, yo, what you like? You supposed to
Back
be on
me
my side.
up.
Yeah. And that wasn't like the first time. It was like so many times where I'd be like, say I'd get in an argument with Adrian or anybody else around town. He would always like get mad at me. And I was like, yo, you're supposed to be like on my team. But it was like, no, bro, he wasn't even, it's not that he wasn't on my team. He just wanted like what was right for me, you know? And
Yeah.
he's such a like saint, bro. Like he literally like changed my perspective on life, the way he just treats people. The one thing that he tells me that I'm like, bro, that's why you're so different, bro. He's like, he said that people don't annoy him, like nobody. And I'm like, that's crazy, bro. Because there's some people like, but he just like that's why like I'm so blessed he's a teacher too, bro. Because like again, he's just such a people person. Because there is sometimes like I don't know, say somebody like my neighbor might come and run over my yard, and I'm like, oh boy, that I've been working on that yard. He'll go look at me and he's like, what's more important, bro? Like a piece of grass or your neighbor? And I'm like, damn, like this, he's right, you know?
Dang, man,
Yeah,
he sounds like a
yeah,
beast, man.
yeah, bro.
It's cool though.
Leova's amazing.
He's holding you to high standards, and I
Yes,
feel the same way because
yeah,
I feel the same way about my brother Alan. That man's he's a legend. Don't tell him I said that, but he's a real cool guy.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. He holds me to high standards, bro, and it's yeah. There's nothing better than family. That's
Yeah,
awesome, bro.
bro, that's awesome. That's crazy because Leova works with your mom, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We hear a lot of cool things about
Leo is
you.
amazing, bro. From we last I seen him was there at the courts, and everything you're saying is you're just amazing guy for sure.
yeah.
Great
Hey,
energy like yourself. Like
oh
it's
yeah,
just amazing time to be around you guys, bro.
Oh yeah, bro. Let me see. Can I share y'all a story with y'all about Lil Bit? That's so funny, bro. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
so,
We three
so
hour podcast. Go ahead, bro. I would love
my
this.
Yes,
bad, my
sir.
bad,
No,
bro.
no, this is amazing. Anybody that doesn't want to listen, you log off. This is a great conversation. I'm fired up.
Yeah, so Leo, bro, like like I forgot, I think I was like in middle school or high school, bro, and they had played this video and it was basically like whatever you want, as long as you want it bad enough, you'll get it, right? And Leo was like, you think that shit's true? Well, I want an iPhone. And I'm like, well, you ain't got no job. You're 12 years old. Like, there's no way you're gonna get an iPhone. He's like, I want it. And they said, whatever you want, you're gonna get it. Bro, I kid you not, every single day, be like, I want an iPhone, I want an iPhone, I want an iPhone. Bro, like a year and a half later, dog, my dad shows up and he's like, look what I found at the park today. It was an
You're
iPhone.
lying.
What the
And
heck?
he's like, you want this? And it was like, fuck yeah, you know? And this is like, bro, this had to be like, it was the first generation iPhone. You know what I mean?
Bro, what?
Like, it was like, there's no find my iPhone. We couldn't trace it back. Maybe we could, low key, we were getting declined, you know? But I remember Leovet
Dang.
got it, right? And then what else, bro? There was just so many things. Oh, like Leovet, like for example, he'd be like, bro, I want to be cool. I want to be cool so bad, bro. And he tried like all middle school, high school, and right before he graduates, like 4 Geek started kicking in, and he's like, "Hey, bro, I
Damn,
kind of
badass.
got it now, you know."
Yeah,
So
Damn.
bro.
then with
Now
the
he's a
courts,
legend.
bro, the thing that's funny about the courts is like, bro, Leo wanted to play like soccer so bad, like he just wanted to be good at soccer, and like you might not remember this, but he used to go to that park right by your house, bro, and he would practice by himself for like 3 hours, bro, just be doing like dribbling skills and something. And he just wanted to be so good, bro. And then like he could never get on a team, nothing, right? And then one day he just comes home. He's like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, he's like, I'm like 31. He's like, but I'm kind of nice with it at the courts now.
Bro, he would go crazy.
Oh, bro.
I would tell him the deadly striker, bro.
Yes,
That
bro.
he was
Bro,
insane.
you know what, dude, that right there, like that right there, what you described is a deadly mindset, bro.
Yes,
That
bro.
mindset right there will
Yeah.
get you anything you want in life.
Yes,
That
bro.
persistency is
And
awesome.
he
Damn.
always jokes too because he's like, bro, I be asking for God, like I ain't gonna get it when I want it. He's like, it might be 10 years down the road, but I'm gonna get it though, you know? So I
That's
just think it's
fire,
just pretty awesome,
That's
bro.
a huge no.
dude.
Wow, man. And
Man,
you're telling me that, and it's like, dude, I remember in the chords, like, bro would score from no matter where he's at,
dang, bro.
scissor kick, a header, like anything, bro.
That fired me up,
The
bro.
ball would go
Yeah.
in the goal.
Dude, and
Man,
on some crazy stuff, bro,
That's
like
awesome.
because we play like on a Wednesday league team and we would make him be like our the defense, you know what I mean? And another thing that I really liked about him is like the dude who taught him about like striking and how to be like a better striker was actually Adrian's nephew who was like 12 and he just happens to be like a baller. And like just even I would look at Leo, I'm like, bro, you really taking advice from like a 12-year-old, you know? And he's like, hey, bro, it don't matter. Like he's raw as fuck. And if it works for him, shit. And then he told me, he's like, yeah, the dude basically just said, like, as soon as you get the ball, you get two touches. La primera para acomodarte, second one aim for a corner. And he's like, bro, I did it. And I swear, like, I would score 9 out of 10 times. I'm like, damn.
that's
Like,
fire.
that's
You guys
crazy.
don't see it, but I'm dribbling the ball under the desk right now. This got me
Yeah.
fired up. I'm
You're
practicing like
juggling?
Leove. Yeah, yeah, I'm
Yeah, my
juggling.
boy's ready, bro.
I'm ready.
Wow.
Bro, that's so cool. But you know, it's cool because that mindset helped you in everything that you're doing now. Like it, and that's why it's so important who you have around you, what you're like imprinting into your mind and your brain, and like it's just so freaking important. And I wish people knew how powerful it is. Like what you're listening to, what you're hearing, who you're speaking to, what you're allowing to go into your mind. Because everything that you just said about your brother shows in what you've done in your life, like in barber
Sure, for
school
sure.
and everything. So, yeah, you're just as great as him, bro, because
Yeah,
that's what
no,
you've
I
done.
appreciate
Props to
that,
you
bro.
guys for sure, man.
Amazing,
Like I
bro.
said, you guys have been definitely people to look up to from Four-Eyed Geeks even to now. Everything you guys do, it definitely goes a long way for a community, bro. So thank you. Thanks a lot, bro. Seriously, for taking the time out of your day, out of your Saturday night, bro, to kick it with us for sure.
Yeah, yeah, no, for
Yeah,
sure. And the
amazing.
flowers go right back to you guys too, bro. Like on some real shit. Like I know you guys are younger than us, but it's just awesome to see you guys doing like so much more, like taking it a step further, bro. I see that. I think you have like you're doing like construction, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and like
Construction.
that's awesome. And then Adrian, what are you up to, bro?
I'm in sales. I'm out here in Atlanta.
That's
So,
dope, bro. And even just being out of town, both of you guys are out of town. Like, bro,
Mhm.
again, just being here and seeing you guys do that, it's like, bro, like anything is possible, bro. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Huge.
bro,
Sure.
absolutely. And it's cool because This started off as a interview for Barber, and it ended up being a rekindle of like a true friendship. And I think this
Yeah.
is gonna be the beginning of something awesome, bro. I'm not gonna. I don't think it stops here. Like from here on forward, it's like I'm gonna keep checking up on you, making sure that
Bro.
we're
For
keeping each
sure.
other accountable. And it's one of those things where we just keep growing the community of good, wholesome people and connections and positivity and greatness in
The
life. Because
energy.
man, we got so much potential in us, and life is gonna be so beautiful when we're traveling the world.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, man. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you guys so much for having me, bro.
Yeah, bro, absolutely. And one last thing that I want to say for everybody watching, for anyone that's like not necessarily a barber, but last thing, because I think this is very important. Any customers that you have, what do you expect from like a customer? Like what do you like? What do you if you could tell somebody what like, bro, sit straight or like tip me more, bro, $5. Like what is the proper tip? What is the proper way to like, do you talk to your barber? Like what does that look like?
Yeah, bro, honestly, it's just crazy. It's just like I mean, you know it. It's sales, right? Like I never look at it as sales, bro. If honestly, I think that I'd be a lot more financially well off if I cared about the money a little bit more. But like bro, I got clients that I love that don't tip me a single dollar. I got clients who might tip me, like 40 or sorry, like 50%. And then but they're like always late, treat me like shit. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
just be, bro, I just try to have patience for everybody, bro. Like I said, dude, I got clients that make $0 a year. I got clients that are like went to Harvard and they freaking making like millions probably. You know what I mean? But I don't know, bro. I just like people in general. So like, sit in my chair, bro. Whatever. We'll see what happens, bro. I like
Yeah,
to.
bring good energy. That's all you
Yeah,
need.
exactly. That's it, bro.
I love it, bro. Well, cool, bro. Alan, any
Amazing.
closing thoughts? Omar, you guys got any closing thoughts?
Only
Uh,
thing I got, bro, is like I said, I really appreciate your time. Thanks a lot for joining us. What a better way to have a Saturday night, you know?
yeah, for
Like
sure,
this
bro. By the
beautiful
way, bro,
energy
y'all
we're
young.
here.
Y'all should be like out partying or
We
something,
should
bro.
be out.
We should be out. Little do you guys know the Uber's outside. I'm just waiting
That's
for this to
crazy,
end
bro.
up. Nah,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Blessings
That's
to you and your
hilarious.
family, bro. Thank you so much for the time
Man.
you took out. And man, I'm excited for what you continue to
Yes,
do. You're
sir. Oh,
truly incredible.
one more thing. If y'all could send me a list of books, bro. Like, I love the books, bro. I just picked up, I think it's called The Compound Effect.
Oh, you're gonna
Okay.
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah. Right now I'm reading The Happiness Advantage, but like, I'm almost done with that one. But feel free to send any my way, bro.
Awesome.
Your Best Life Now by Joel Osteen. Best
Joel
book in the
Osteen.
world. Yeah.
Wow.
Best book
That's
in the
crazy.
world.
Bro has a lot of
It
best
no,
books
it
in the
connects
world.
it connects you
Yeah,
your
I'm the
faith.
same.
It strengthens your faith. Like it changed my life spiritually and just in
Uh-huh.
general.
That's
But
awesome.
last thing is, where do people find you? Where can they go get a cut with you? Like
Yeah.
like, bro, this guy cut me so fresh when he was leader of Four Eyed Geeks. Now
Yeah.
this guy is
It's
like
that,
next level. So
yeah.
any like
Um,
Instagram number, anything you want
Yeah,
to
just
plug
find
in?
me on Instagram, bro. Omarcito with four O's. I gotta change that because I'm not little Omarcito no more. I'm a grown ass man. But that's where you can find me, bro. My all my info is there. I'm in Vero Beach, right by the airport. Yeah, man. Stop by,
Awesome. Go check
bro.
him out, guys. He's
Yes,
amazing.
sir. Yes,
Yeah.
All
sir.
right, bro.
All right, man. God bless you guys and have a good night, man.
Have a great
Likewise,
night.
bro.